So whether you're on your back, you're in a seat, just meet yourself exactly where you are. Being here in this moment, and again, just absorbing what you want to absorb from your day. Letting it roll off like a duck, what you want to just shake off. And then just be. Feeling the natural breath in the body. Maybe allowing for a sigh or a long exhale. And with our attention and our awareness on our low spine, and connecting with the moment that we're in. So whether you're on your back or in a seat, bringing awareness to the breath, feeling it up and down. Now on your backs, let's bring our arms up above the head and just lie with our arms above the head, outstretched, and then send your legs long and maybe point the toes. So reach with the fingers, point with the toes. And then we'll exhale, hug our knees into the chest. Bring our hands maybe below the knees, yeah. Exhale. And we'll inhale, extend, point with the toes, reach with the fingertips. And on an exhale, draw everything in. Be there for a breath. Good. Breathe in and out. And inhale, extend long. Exhale, find a little more length. Breathe in. Sigh as you hug everything in. And now maybe go quicker. You could go in on a breath. Exhale, draw it in. Lengthen on a breath, inhale. Exhale, draw it in, and you can pause anywhere along the way. We're just finding our breath and bringing some movement and breath together. So whatever that looks like for you, whatever it sounds like, maybe it's audible. Again, just absorbing what we want to absorb from the day and letting go of what we can just let go of. And maybe this inhale is our letting go, and our exhale is our drawing in. A couple more times. Breathe in and reach out, let it go. Exhale, draw it in. And let's pause with everything drawn in to the chest. Be rocking side to side. And let's let our feet come to the ground. We'll pause here on our backs, feet on the earth, palms to the sky. And as we stretch a little bit tonight, and as we restore a little bit tonight, I just want to share this quote. And this is what I sent in the email this week. And I think we could just let this absorb into our system. It was Eckhart Tolle, and he said, "Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. Make it your friend and ally, not your enemy. This will miraculously transform your entire life." So let's absorb that into our space and make these moments that we're in, our friend and our ally, whatever that means. And now from our backs, let's roll over onto our side. And let's come right up to our hands and knees. We're just gonna move the spine a little bit. Kind of move the body before we come into some rest. So on your hands and knees, just find a comfortable spot that feels grounding for you. And then bring the hips over to the right and look over that right shoulder. Then swing them over to the left, look over that left shoulder. And then just go back and forth. And find a rhythm for your breath. So maybe you inhale to one side, exhale to the other. And maybe you pause on each side. Maybe draw the belly button to the spine. So maybe your core is a little active. Just if you want, otherwise you can just relax the stomach. Now one more time to each side. And then bring everything to the middle. When you get everything in the middle, bring that left hand underneath the heart. Let's sweep the right hand up. And then just make some circles with that hand. So we're going to rotate the shoulders. So there's some, shoulder circles. And then let's thread it through. Behind that left arm, the right arm goes down. Come onto the right shoulder. The left arm can reach in front. I mean, the left arm is beside the face. But lower that right arm down, that right shoulder down. Maybe noticing a stretch across the shoulder. Breathing in and out. One more breath. Now exhale, draw that left hand close to the head. If it was out far, reach the right arm through and reach it up to the sky one more time. Yeah, now bring the right hand down and walk it really far in front and sink that heart to the earth. Dropping the chest down. And then maybe if you want to bring that right leg out to the side, plant that foot on the ground. So the arms are forward and that right foot is to the side. And just sink the heart. Maybe notice a stretch on the inner leg. And sigh. One more deep breath in. Now exhale, let's bring those hands back underneath the shoulders with that right foot still stretched out. Pause for a breath and then draw it back in. And once you get in that tabletop, we'll extend that right leg back so you can reach through the heel. Maybe roll the ankle. Just kind of rolling these joints tonight, getting some articulation. And then bring that knee back. And then the right hand comes underneath the heart. Reach the left arm up, make some shoulder rolls with that arm. Reach for the sky. And then when you're ready, bring that arm through. The left shoulder down to the earth. That right arm can be in front or it can be far in front of the head. We notice a slight twist on the back. Maybe close the eyes and feel the present moment and all that it has to offer. Maybe find a little bit of ease in this shape. Notice where there's a little bit of effort. Offer a breath. And then we'll exhale, press that right hand into the floor, lifting the shoulder, lifting the head. Bring the arm through. That right arm can come down. And now walk the hands far, far forward and send the left leg out to the side for our variation of puppy pose on the other side. Maybe noticing a little stretch in the shoulders here. Maybe a heart opening but just some surrender right here in this moment. You can press the palms into the ground and lift the forearms if you want, or you can just leave those forearms down on the ground for a little gentler experience in our Anahatasana. Now a deep breath in. Exhale to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Take a moment, find that base. Bring the left knee in and then send that left leg long, reaching through that left leg. And then roll that ankle joint around. Feeling the opening, feeling whatever we have to feel back there. And one more breath. Now exhale, bring the knee in, and let's find a downward facing dog. And if a downward facing dog doesn't seem right now, then find a child's pose. So maybe sink back into child's pose, or lift up and back into downward facing dog. So if you're in downward facing dog, maybe notice how the lungs expand. Bring your awareness to the lungs and feel them fill with breath, cleansing the very tippy tops of the lungs as we breathe. Just imagine the air going to the tops of the lungs. If you're in child's pose, just imagine that feeling of coming home. And then from wherever you are, let's meet in a tabletop. So either lower down to tabletop or roll up to tabletop if you're in downward facing dog. And now let's move through some cat-cows. So maybe you tilt the sits bones up, lower the belly, and lift the heart. Imagine the heart shining through those shoulders. And then exhale, rounding the belly so the pelvis tilts and you tuck the chin to the chest. Pause here at the bottom with the chin tucked and the back rounded. Curl the toes under so you're on the balls of the feet, the heels are up, the toes are down. And then let's tilt that pelvis again with those feet like that. Stretching out the soles of the feet. And then exhale, round. And then we'll inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. And now exhale, find a flat back. And then come down onto your backs, making your way down to the back, however makes sense for you. And then we're going to articulate that spine on the floor. So just with your pelvis tilted so your back is flat. Let's just tilt the pelvis to create some space between the back. So you can maybe stick your arm under there. And then you tuck the pelvis so it's flat. Just do that a couple times. Bringing awareness to that root chakra. That helps us ground. So we're grounding here by bringing awareness to the pelvis. So just tucking and tilting the pelvis. Maybe closing the eyes. And the next time that low back is flat, that pelvis is tucked, bring your hands to your side, find some foundation in your feet, then press the feet into the earth and drive those glutes up so the hips lift and the heart is just a little bit higher than your head. Just a gentle inversion. And breathe into those lungs and imagine that heart just suspended in the body. The lungs filling with air, cleansing our body with this inversion. And then we'll exhale, lower down. On an inhale, let's lift our arms up above the head so we can reach. And now let's lift the pelvis up. So press the glutes in, up towards the sky, pelvis lifts. And fill those lungs with breath. Maybe noticing a little compression in the throat. And exhale, lower down the back. Keep those arms extended. Reach for the fingertips. The back is flat. Reach for that wall with the fingertips. Press into the earth with the feet. Drive up with the glutes. The pelvis lifts. And now keep that pelvis high, but bring the arms down this time. Maybe interlace underneath the back onto the floor. And then shimmy those shoulders underneath the chest. Lifting the heart just a little more. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. And then lower everything down. Tug our knees into the chest. If there's anything that would feel really good right now while you're on your back, maybe to extend the feet and point and flex the toes, just offer yourself a couple moments to find anything that is going to suit your energy tonight. Knowing that we've all had a different day, and what suits one person might be different than the other. Maybe a reclined butterfly for a breath or two before we start our restorative practice together. So now from wherever you're at, if you need to roll over and find a cushion, find your cushion or your bolster. And let's have that behind us in case we need it here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to bring our feet about mat distance apart. And with our feet about mat distance apart, we're just going to let them roll over to one side. So I'm going to start on my right side. So maybe let the knees fall over to the right, and they're not going to be stacked. So the foot might fall, the knee might be right by the foot or might be on the shin, whatever feels good for you, but just let them fall over and then kind of twist. So that's what the bolster is for. Maybe you want to rest on your bolster with your heart on your bolster. Maybe you want to just be on the floor or on a blanket. We're going to be here about 5 minutes, so let yourself feel completely effortless and know that you can always make adjustments. So allowing that heart to sink into the pillow, the bolster, the cushion. Closing the eyes. And maybe here we begin to slow the breath consciously. And one way to do that is with a longer exhale than inhale. So maybe you count up to 4 or 5 on your inhale, and your exhale is just a little bit longer. If it takes a minute or more or less to really relax, it's okay. You'll get there. Just allow it to be in the space. There's nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do. Just rest. Maybe that left top of the leg is engaged or resisting. Try to relax that leg. Relax the low back. It's tensing up. And once you feel a little bit of relaxation, just come to your natural breath. And let go of any effort. Our twists are really supportive in the physical way, because when we twist, it helps the body discriminate with the digestive process. So determining what is good fuel for the body and what can be wasted, what we can let go of. And the same is true on the emotional level. These twists help us discriminate what we can keep and what we can let go of out of our experiences. In Sanskrit, the word is viveka, that discrimination. So know that this shape is supporting us in absorbing what we can absorb and letting go of what we can let go of. So rest in the wisdom of your subtle body here. Maybe eyes closed, effortless breath, effortless rest. Allowing any emotions that come up, maybe allowing them to be here, if that feels good. If you'd rather come back to those emotions later, you can just offer those emotions or those thoughts to just wait for you later. Knowing that our deep breathing into our lungs can sometimes bring up different emotions. Before we switch to the other side, let's savor this side for another 3 breaths. So give yourself 3 conscious breaths here. When you get to the bottom of that 3rd breath, you're welcome to press yourself up, or you're welcome to stay here for a little longer. But if you're ready to switch sides, just come up and shift that bolster over, maybe towards that left side a little more. But bring your feet flat and maybe bring the knees to one side and then another. Just kind of letting that low back kind of release a little bit. Maybe you even kind of come up and bring the chest towards the thighs. And then when you're ready to move to the other side, you can bring your feet wide. Let them fall over to the left. And then do the same thing on the other side. and lower down. This left side of the body is that descending colon of our digestion. The right side is that ascending. So the other side of our digestive tract here with this left side. And it's not limited to the physical intake, but any experience throughout the day. Sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Just sorting it all out in our twist. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. So we'll practice working with tonight. Just let that subtle body work its magic. As we twist and release resistance. The mind starts to wander, maybe just offering it the So-Hum mantra. Your natural breath in, you can inhale So, and exhale Hum. Just saying it in your head, or you can even say it out loud, but just letting that sound keep you grounded, keep you present. Inhaling So, exhale Hum. Wherever we find ourselves in this present moment, maybe just bringing some kindness into that space. Now, when you're ready, begin to count down your inhales and exhales, starting at 3. last few breaths of this shape. At the bottom of that last breath, just gently pressing yourself up. Bringing the feet to the floor. And again, maybe windshield wipering the legs, going back and forth. It might feel good to move that bolster out of the way. Come onto the back and hug those knees into the chest, just rocking back and forth for a few breaths. And then the next place we're headed, keep that bolster. And you can bring some blocks. And we have a couple options. So you can either recline back onto the bolster. So bring your back at the very bottom. You can roll back and you can keep those knees mat distance and just let them fall together. Imagine your heart opening, the shoulders opening, opening the chest and the shoulders. You can extend the legs long. You can roll a blanket underneath the knees. You can bring them into butterfly. That's an option. But if you really kind of want to just cocoon tonight, if you want to cocoon in, bring your knees on either side and fold over on top. Maybe that's where you need to go, to really kind of go inward and go inside, and you can just fold over the bolster. If you want in a supported child's pose, you can come into just normal child's pose if you want. We'll be here for about 10 minutes. And remember, our restorative yoga is effortless. It's our effortless time of day. It's a day when we can surrender. And our only goal is to just nourish ourselves. So wherever you're at and whatever that looks like for you, and know that you're not committed. Maybe you get partway through and you're like, I want to do the other one now, before I mention that we're moving. So allow yourself to go inside yourself. Make the present moment your friend and ally, not your enemy. Make this moment your friend and ally. As if you had chosen it. Letting the breath be as natural as possible, but if you need some support in relaxing, that little trick is a little longer exhale than inhale. You can begin by counting and then just naturally let that fall away. Relax the palms of your hands. Relax your forehead and the crown of your head. Allow your face to relax and be effortless. You're noticing if you find yourself, even though your eyes are closed, you still kind of squint. Just rest those eyelashes on top of the bottom lashes. Relax the eye. Relax the tongue and the mouth. Relax the chest and the shoulders. Allow your armpits to relax and the entire sides of the body to relax. The hips relax. The thighs relax. The calves relax. The soles of your feet relax. We scan the body from the toes to the fingertips, moving slowly with your inner eye. Just relaxing your body as you move your awareness through your body. Now let's inhale and imagine that inhale flowing in the soles of the feet, up the entire body. Then exhale out the palms of the hands. Inhale in the palms of the hands. And exhale through the whole body, out the soles of the feet. Inhale through the soles of the feet. Like a wave, the breath passes through your body and flows out the palms of your hands. Inhale in the palms. And feel that wave descend out the soles of your feet. Ascend up through the soles, out through the palms. This past week, I was having some trouble staying asleep. And I was getting a little frustrated after about the third night. And I thought of this quote by Eckhart Tolle. And I thought, what if rather than making this awakeness in the middle of the night for a couple hours my enemy, what if I had chosen this? If I'd chosen to be awake and then be tired the next day? I thought of this quote and I thought, I'm going to not resist. I'm going to just accept this wakefulness in the middle of the night. And I didn't all of a sudden become able to sleep the next night or even the night after. But that shift in energy, going from that resisting to that acceptance on a nervous system level, can make a big difference in our day and in our night. This changing of perspective on a subtle level, on a soul level, is what it's truly about. You're welcome to stay exactly where you are. Whenever you're ready for Shavasana, come into your version of Shavasana. Whether it's a bolster under the knees, maybe you just wrap up in a blanket like a little chrysalis. Whatever you need for your final resting pose, a pose that integrates everything. Find that. And let this be your ally and your friend. Allow for that letting go of resistance. It might not reap immediate results, but energetically, it's a signal to our being that we are able to trust. And just imagine yourself being wrapped in nourishment. And supported on a cellular level. Rest in kindness. Rest in rest itself. Feel yourself supported by the earth. Your mind starts to wander. Just come to your so hum mantra with awareness on your breath. Relax your throat and your neck, your low belly, and your chest. Your hamstrings, the soles of your feet, completely supported by the earth. Now, without rushing, or even without feeling the need to sit up at all, an invitation, if you'd like, to roll to one side and pause, and come up to a seated position. If you want to spend the remainder of our time together in Shavasana, then you're welcome to. You come to your seat, maybe close your eyes and place your hands in your lap. And let's have our palms up tonight. With your eyes closed, maybe bring your awareness to that third eye, the space between the eyebrows. And feel your breath in your body. As you breathe in, just imagine that in-breath as letting go. And the exhale as drawing in what you need. Inhale, letting go. And the exhale draws in what you need. Now maybe moving our hands with our breath. So on our inhale, our fingers are extended. And on our exhale, our fingers draw in to close the hand. Inhale, the hands open up. And exhale, the hands close. You can do this if you're lying down or you're seated, just moving the hands with the breath. Inhaling, they're open, and exhale, they close. As we inhale, just imagine that opening and letting go. And the exhale closes and draws in what we need. The inhale releases. On your next exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart. Then offer a couple rounds of breath with your hands at your heart space. We'll close with our own shanthi together. So we'll breathe in. And we'll breathe out. And we'll inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om